Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation H. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Holy smokes, we are back with another one. So today I'm going to be showcasing my Gengar Volcarona team. And this team is really fun and really consistent. I feel like this team is, the way it plays, like I feel like it has a lot of really good, matchups into a lot of the common teams in the format, or as well as it allows you to play like really well against them, right? Or you can kind of like just outplay them, and it just gives you a lot of tools so you don't immediately like lose to some of the common archetypes, right? It's really cool. The Clefable really does help you with the mouse ape and the mouse ape strategies, as well as the Archaludon Pelipper strategies, as well as Dondozo, which is just really unique in itself. And it reminds me of something like Chalk, right? Where you have like a bunch of mons that just feel really good together, and you maybe have like one or two pieces that you can sub out, but the core of the team, like the Volcarona, Rillaboom, Clefable, and King Gambit, really feels solid. Of course, you can go different ways by like maybe switching out your Intimidator for Tauros, or maybe switching out your special attacker Gengar for like Lamore or something like that, or even your physical setup Mon by King Gambit. But it just feels like the core of these just really feels strong, and I really had a fun time playing with this team. Now this skeleton was something that I put together, and I thought that it was really strong, but it turns out a lot of people had this same idea and built a lot of teams that are very similar to this team. Just the same mons pretty much, but maybe they swap out the Gengar, but they have a lot of the same move sets, but just the items are somewhat different and stuff like that, right? But pretty much the concept of the team is the same. So that just tells me that I was on the money with this team, that this skeleton is really strong. I initially just wanted to build a Volcarona team. I did want to have like Volcarona be able to set up and sweep, and I wanted to have like a physical attacker that can set up as well. So that's why I got King Gambit, and I really wanted to punish people, lead and intimidate into my team, so that Rillaboom can do more damage, right? I wanted a good intimidator that wasn't a fire type, so that's why I went with Tauros, because it's also a fighting type that can pressure Archaludon and force it to Tera. And when Archaludon teras, it teras into like grass or fairy, which are the most two common terrestrializations by it. And when it does that, it becomes neutral to Volcarona, and also it becomes weak to Gengar, right? Which can hit it with Shadow Ball, which is another reason why I wanted to have something like Gengar on the team. And this Gengar to me plays a lot like Fluttermane, and how I did it previous regulations, where you're able to just deal a lot of good damage with two coverage moves that hit a lot of things in the format. And the only thing that really can take both of those hits are things like Ursaluna or King Gambit itself, which we also have, the Rillaboom as well as Tauros to help us deal with that, as well as Volcarona, right? So those two mons aren't too scary when you're using, especially if Volcarona gets set up. They really can't like deal with it that well. And Clefable kind of makes King Gambit's life really hard when it only runs dark type moves, right? So those are actually have really good cohesive synergy. And the Stellar Terror on Gengar just makes it really powerful into getting off those really huge sludge bombs and shadow balls and just dealing more damage, right? The Haze just makes this team really good into Dondozo, where you can just have Clefable and Gengar in the back. And as soon as Dondozo hits the field, you can just U-turn with like your Rillaboom, or just let Dondozo knock out one of your mons, or just redirect with Clefable, right, and get in Gengar for free, and then just go for Haze. And then the Dondozo literally just can't beat Clefable by itself when it's next to one of your other mons, right? Which is something that's really cool in my opinion. It also allows you a lot of free setup in front of Dondozo when it can't really do much into them. The Volcarona has Covert Cloak. That's a really cool strategy to get around like teams, especially in best of one, when they try to go for like snarls or icy winds or fake outs to try to like slow your Volcarona down. And a lot of the times you just get a free quiver dance. Now the only downside is that this Volcarona doesn't have a lot of healing outside of Giga Drain plus the terrain from Rillaboom. So keep that in mind since there's no leftovers. But a lot of the times that the terrain plus Giga Drain is all the healing that you'll need if Volcarona is really just trying to sweep through your opponent's team. The Rillaboom is Grass Tera. The reason I went with Grass Tera for this is because I wanted some damage outside of having to set up Volcarona and King Gambit in case I do, run into like something that I can't really set up against, or like run into like Haze, which can be really strong in removing like King Gambit and Volcarona's boost, especially like Murkrow, right? And I wanted powerful damage outside of just being able to set up. So that's why I went with the Grass Tera on Rillaboom. because Grass Tera, like Grassy Glide and Wood Hammer, just nukes a lot of different mons. We have a lot of physical damage with Tauros, which is able to just hit really hard with Wave Crash and Close Combat and take advantage of like opposing rain. And then we have the Gengar with the Stellar Tera plus Sludge Bomb and Shadow Ball, right? So these are all made to just hit really hard, and they don't have to set up to do a lot of damage, right? And I think some of the trap that a lot of teams fall into when they are very setup oriented is that they don't have a lot of damage outside of setup. So if you don't get them set up, they really just can't do much damage, or they kind of just lose to like Haze or Clear Smog, right? And I kind of wanted my team to be, you know, have options away from that. And so we actually have the best of everything. We have Intimidate, we have Follow Me, Redirection pretty much. We have Rillaboom with Fake Out and also Priority. We have Triple Priority with Sucker Punch, Aqua Jet, and Grassy Glide. And we also have 3 mons that are immune to Amoonguss, right? With Grass Tera on Tauros, Safety Goggles on Clefable, and Rillaboom being Grass type, right? So we're able to sit in front of Amoonguss and not have to worry about sleep. And also Volcarona, if it gets set up in front of Amoonguss, like next to Clefable, you can just remove it with like Heat Wave, and if it tears in the water, then you just Giga Drain it, right? Which is really cool stab combination, and it makes Volcarona really strong. We have answers into Sun Spam, where they go for like Sunny Day plus Heat Wave. You can either just go for double priority with Grass Tera Rillaboom and Aqua Jet Tauros to deal big damage to Typhlosion before they can get damage off, or you can just go with Sucker Punch plus Grassy Glide, or you go with Sucker Punch plus Aqua Jet. You can go with Sucker Punch King Gambit plus set up Quiver Dance with Volcarona and Tera it into water. It just gives you a lot of different answers into everything, right? And of course the King Gambit is Black Glasses with Dark Tera, just so you're able to just deal a lot of damage. And this King Gambit also, it kind of goes along with my philosophy that I want to be able to deal damage without setting up, because Dark Tera, Black Glasses, Sucker Punch, and Kowtow Cleave still hits really hard. Like, you don't always necessarily need the Sword Stance boost, but it is nice when you can get it, right? Because you do sweep with that. Volcarona's the one that really does need the Quiver Dance boost before it can really deal damage, because I made it somewhat bulky so that it can take a lot of hits. So you really need at least 1 or 2 Quiver Dances for Volcarona to really be in a good spot. But like I said, King Gambit doesn't necessarily need the Sword Stance to deal a lot of damage, because you're terrestrializing into a type that you already have, so you're able to just deal, you know, that extra bonus damage, right? So this team, like, it has a lot of bulk. It has everything that you need for a team to be successful. And in the right hands, I think this team can just really dominate like a lot of different archetypes, and it feels really strong. And that's why you're seeing a lot of skeletons of this team, because a lot of people have figured out that this is like, you know, the new big 6, right? Not necessarily, like I said, you can sub out some of the mons, but that's pretty much for any big 6 that you have like at least 1 or 2 mons that you can sub, but the core of the team stays the same, right? And I think that's really cool. But that's gonna be it for a team breakdown. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video with this team, and it is really strong. And there's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. Let me know with a comment if you guys, what do you think about the Big 6 team? Do you think that this is something that can last throughout the format, or do you think it's just an early meta team? But if you like this type of content, go ahead and leave a sub for me, and we'll get into these battles. All right, so we have the Dondozo matchup, and this is Dondozo Tessagiri with Dragonite Goldingo stuff. Sometimes you have Palmont instead of the Glimora, but they have a Glimora here, which is pretty cool. Gambit ignores the toxic spikes, as well as Gengar picks them up, so it's not too bad here. I could lead Tauros Volcarona. I really like to have Clefable and Gengar into those Dondozo teams. Rillaboom's just really not good into Talonflame Goldingo, which I think might come out. But if I can get Volcarona set up, it can do pretty good. I think I like this. I really want to bring Rillaboom, but they can't really fake out into anything. And Woodhammer is really not, it's not hitting anything unless Dragonite Teras, and it's hitting Dondozo, but Rillaboom's so bad into the other core in case they don't bring Dozo. They might not even bring Dozo with how much counterplay I have to it. Yeah. So this is what I expected to come out and lead. We're gonna go for Wave Crash here, Tera, and Quiver Dance. Tera helps me get around like a Brave Bird, right? And Dondozo most likely is probably going for Shadow Ball or maybe even Thunderbolt here. If he locks in a Thunderbolt, that's a good play by him. But yeah, he just swaps. Nice. Oh, he's going straight into the Dondozo mode. I wonder if he just clicked Tailwind with Talon Flame. He did stay in, so we get a KO here. I do burn my Tera unnecessarily, unless he's going for like Brave Bird. But I'm happy he brought Dondozo because I brought the counterplay in the back for it. No, that's not gonna KO. He didn't get Tailwind up either. We may just double KO each other. Actually, it's not too bad for us if we double KO each other because that means I get a free switch into Gengar. Or even Clefable. Actually, I need to think about who I need to bring in. Okay. This allows me to at least, I'm glad he survived, because this allows me to at least see who he's going to bring in. It should be Dondozo, but then I need to bait out a turn to see if he's going to swap. Because I got the feeling he made his hard switch into... Oh, he went straight out in the test of gear. Wow. I mean, at this point, I don't even need Tauros. We did just copy the booster with the mirror head, which is cool. But I don't think it really matters because Dondozo has unaware. But we do get the speed boost. I think I just want to close combat. Actually, I want to Wave Crash because I want to feint here and get Gengar in for free and just go for Haze. I want to feint here. If he just clicks Earthquake, then I could have clicked Close Combat, but I think it's fine here. I just don't want to switch in Gengar, and then he, for some reason, is able to outspeed Gengar, which he shouldn't be able to, and breaks my Sash to turn I swap in. Oh, that still doesn't feint. Oh, but he did click Earthquake, so I could have clicked Close Combat there. I think another Quiver Dance plus Haze. Oh no, I shouldn't Haze. I'm gonna Haze away my own boost though. I'm gonna go for Giga Drain, then Haze. And then start just boosting back up with Volcarona. And this is the awkward part about having Haze on my team, but I'm doing this just so I can remove the boost. So he is faster than Gengar. See, this is what I was talking about why I didn't want to switch him in. Alright, so now I want to get Clefable in here. Because it's going to pressure the Tatsugiri. Leftovers would be nice here, but I can heal back up with Giga Drain. And this is where Rillaboom is good here with the terrain recovery. Yeah, perfect. This is a beautiful turn right here. think one special defense boost is good enough here. I really want two, but I don't know if I should risk him like having to order up. Actually, I don't think another Earthquake is gonna kill us. And I'm gonna go for this just in case he has order up. Alright, that should be enough boost for now. He did have Earthquake, okay. Alright, but now we can just heal back up with Giga Drain. Life Dew would be amazing on this set if I had it. But Thunder Wave is really good in a lot of different circumstances. Alright. This game's taking a little bit longer than I would like. He hasn't Tera Jet either. I think I want to paralyze him for the fact that he does have Terastallization. There's probably Grass. Yep, there it is. But I gotta go for some type of healing here. Alright, that did 48 damage. I wish I had some healing here, man. Outside of Giga Drain. But Gordingo is weak to Shadow Ball now. Oh, that's just a one-hit KO. Let's go, Volcarona! Are you not unaware, or is it just does that much? And this is perfect because Moonblast is into this slot. Beautiful. That's gonna go down to a Heat Wave. And now that we have two Quiver Dances, we outspeed the Choice Scarf test again. So this should be game. I'm gonna protect here just to give Gengar a partner and just go for Heat Wave here. Just in the event that something survives. Oh, we do miss something. Okay, it's a test of Heat. Oh, actually the play there was just to go for Thunder Wave, but he missed Muddy Water. So that makes up for it. He missed me, we missed them. The play was to go for Thunder Wave there, just so Gengar outspeeds and we always win. So that was slight misplay. But I think we were fine. Another Muddy Water's not going to kill Clefable, then we just go for Moonblast, right? Actually, we just go for Moonblast here in the game. We have Foo Fighter here, and this is an interesting team. So this team takes me back to Sword and Shield. Outside of King Gambit, which with this team would probably usually be like a Venusaur on this team. It's kind of like, you know, you play with the G-Max Charizard, G-Max Venusaur with the Torkoal and the Sun before Groudon and them were introduced into the game. And you have Rhyperior with the Trick Room mode of Dusclops and Torkoal and go for Bulldoze, right? And activate Rhyperior's weakness policy. Makes everything slower. but and Rhyperior just sweeps Wise Dynamax, right? So I wonder if that's something that they're gonna be doing here. I think King Gambit is good here. Charizard's pretty scary on lead. I can always Tera into water and hit Rhyperior with a grass type move. So double setup might be nice. I really don't like Gengar here outside of... it is good in the Dusclops. I think Clefable ignoring boost is good. I think Rillaboom has to come here. Actually, I'm going to go with these four. Clefable's good here, but it's not offering much on Moonblast. And Rillaboom is good until Rhyperior. And my Tauros is here for the King Gambit matchup, as well as having a resistance into the fire type attacks. Charge our Torkoal. This is actually a bit spooky. But I can protect here and go for Quiver Dance. Next turn, click Heat Wave plus Sucker Punch. Yeah. I wonder if that's Choice Scarf Charizard. If he misses a Heat Wave, then this game's probably over too. Oh yeah. That's what I like to see. Are you Yawn Torkoal here? Because if not, you're in trouble. And Quiver Dance, Protect means you're not scarfed on Charizard, so I can Sucker Punch Heat Wave into that slot. Oh, just Overheat. You target a King Gambit. Okay, nice. That's Solar Power Charizard. You must have Dusclops in the back if you're targeting down King Gambit like that, so I'm gonna go for Sucker Punch here and Heat Wave. Nice. Just get Charizard off the board. Torkoal takes over 50%. You can go for Overheat here and KO King Gambit, but I just get a free switch in. Oh, you targeted Volcarona. What? A resistant move into... Oh, he just needed to get his eject pack activated. So Torkoal's really just trying to get out of here. But he could have just KO'd King Gambit. Now King Gambit gets more sucker punches off. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. I don't see how... If he sends out Torkoal, I don't see how he comes back here. Because Heat Wave plus Cow-Top Cleave is so safe into the... Oh, okay. Now this is interesting. I mean, I still think I just want to go for Kowtow. Actually, I can beat Rhyperior with these two, right? I think stopping Trick Room is more important here. So I'm going to double into the Dusclops slot. Heat Wave plus Kowtow Cleave. Because Rhyperior might just protect, and then he tears Dusclops to try to get Trick Room up. If he doesn't protect on Rhyperior, that'd be kind of crazy. Alright. This is +1 Heat Wave in the sun. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't target that slot. Dusclops is so bulky. Holy cow. But Rhyperior is 4 times weak to grass now. I wonder, does he have Rock Slide? I think I just want to protect and target it. I want to make sure it's in Grassy Glide range. So I don't know if it has like a fighting type move to one-shot Gambit. So I'm just gonna Sucker Punch here. Protect. He's clearly going for a weakness policy strategy here. Alright, that's decent damage. Oh, it's Brick Break, so it's not even Bulldoze. Alright, what is your move here? Rock Slide. It is Rock Slide. Actually, I have a really good switch in here with Tauros. And then if he KOs, he can KO King Gambit, but if you KO King Gambit, I just bring in Rillaboom and then the game's over. I'm threatening priority here. Yeah, you're in range of Aqua Jet too. Plus one Arc Slide's not doing too much. I think I just want to Swords Dance here and Aqua Jet. This is probably going to be a passive turn from my opponent. He may protect and Pain Split, but that's not even that bad. Oh, he may have Will-O-Wisp. But now with this +2 King Gambit, like, you can never safely attack a right period again. Oh, you targeted that slot though. I mean, I had to kind of neutralize the burn immediately, so. I'm just gonna double the Rhyperior slide. You switch in Torkoal, I still think even with your Solid Rock ability, Aqua Jet Sucker Punch is still KO. And once Trick him over, this game is over. Cause I'm just gonna close combat the Dusclops. Yep. 2020 Pokevision, can we get that in the comments? We need Torkoal's coming in here, but we safely doubled into the Rhyperior, so we pretty much guaranteed this. KO. Yep. So Rhyperior gets to play the game slightly, but really it just, you know, did a lot of damage in the King Gambit Rock Slide, but it didn't get to click anything else. It clicked Protect 3 times. Or 2 times. While Trick Room is up, so whenever your Trick Room sweeper is clicking Protect and Trick Room, that means that you're not getting the most out of your turns. This team is so consistent. Right, the Trick Room in? I think I saw it in, right? Yep, Trick Room's over. So now we just close combat. I mean, Cow-type lead Torkoal, close combat. I think we just make sure Trick Room doesn't go up, so I'm gonna just double this slot actually. I don't want to underestimate Dusclops' bulk. Look, see, that's why we do the double up. This Dusclops is so freaking bulky, man. It's insane, actually. Yeah, one way I lose there, I could lose there, is just to get swept on the Trick Room by Torkoal, right? But even with him clicking Overheat, I don't even think he's probably running Eruption. But he's already at half health, so it would just be Heat Wave, right? And then just Overheat. Oh, that's a crit. Oh, that's not a crit. It's powerful. Well, I am at -1 special defense because of close combat, so it makes sense. I don't even think we need to reveal Rillaboom at this point. We just close the game out of Volcarona. Yeah, and priority from having priority with King Gambit, Rillaboom, and Tauros is just really strong. Yep, opponent cancels. Let's go. Yeah, priority is really strong in that game. Like Rhyperior got Trick Room up, but I mean, Dusclops got Trick Room up, but Rhyperior really couldn't sweep with it. And with us having King Gambit on the field, like, and having something that he can do good damage to with Rock Slide and the Volcarona, he kind of was stuck clicking that, so he didn't get to click any coverage moves that he may have to deal with King Gambit, right? That was a cool game. All right, next we have Squishy. He has Double Ice, Double Grass, Triple Fairy. Cool. I see Annihilate, but I don't see. Oh, there's no Mousehole, but he has Whimsicott. So Whimsicott probably has Beat Up. Looks like Blizzard Spam plus Primarina. It's a pretty strong core. I think maybe he should have maybe a Fire type over Meowscarada, but maybe it does something specifically for this team. Tauros resists the Blizzards, but it takes a lot of damage from Freeze Dry. Tauros actually looks really bad here. So with that being said, I'm gonna go King Gambit. If he leads Annihilate, I'm gonna lead Clefable just to follow me. Swords Dance plus Sucker Punch really threatens everything once it gets boosted up to like +2, +4. Actually, Volcarona looks even more better, or more better than King Gambit with the Quiver Dance. I'm gonna bring Rillaboom to help me deal with Primarina, and also give Volcarona some more recovery. And Gengar is just good until the Ninetales with Sludge Bomb, right, and the Primarina. So we have a lot of answers here. I think leaving King Gambit behind here might be okay, even though it resists the Blizzard Spam. He does have Annihilate, right? Oh, let's go out of Primarina. So I can follow me here, Tera to get around Hyper Voice and Quiver Dance. We are really weak to Meowscarada, but once we get Quiver Dance up, we should be able to resist it. I mean, to outspeed it. Taunt is scary here. Taunt is really good to have. Yeah, I figured it was Throat Spray, Hyper Voice stuff. I wonder why he went for a Tera immediately. I guess maybe because I have Tera Grass, but I'm gonna switch out into Rillaboom and Protect. Hopefully he doesn't have like Tera Blast or something in Primarina, because that would be kind of crazy. There's a Flower Trick. Alright, I'm pretty sure he's Focus Sash on Meowscarada. Just another Hyper Voice. Not too much damage. Alright, now I think we need to start doing damage. Should I be greedy and go for another Quiver Dance? Not with the threat of one Whimsicott in the back. I think he protects me, Oscarada here. Is it? Should I play safe? Or, I mean, I think I'm just going to play smart. I'd rather not just give up Volcarona for nothing. So it was very apparent that he was going to switch. Oh, I mean, this is a ton of damage onto your Ninetales, so. Do you protect Primarina here? He didn't protect. That's fine, though. This is a chance for me to go for another Heat Wave. But Ninetales is down, so no Roar Veil. Primarina looks strong here, though. Oh, you have Weather Ball. Oh. I mean, that's not doing much. You can't really do much to Volcarona, though. There's Annihilate. I'm gonna go back into Clefable and Quiver Dance again. I mean, if your choice scar Final Game Annihilate, so be it. But next to Whimsicott and Screens, I don't think that you would be. Just straight puts Rage. It's not too much. Now that's decent damage. Gengar is going to be good to help me deal with the Annihilate. Rage Fist is not going to kill Clefable. So I want to go for another Follow Me and another Quiver Dance. This is one last Quiver Dance. Oh, this is perfect. Because now I can just click Shadow Ball plus Heat Wave into Annihilate next turn. Because you should be targeting Clefable. Well, alright, that's perfect. Alright, that last Quiver Dance, third Quiver Dance might have been greedy, but I actually think I need the extra damage output. Because Annihilate is so bulky and Primarina resists both of my attacks, right? So this is perfect. This is the perfect spot for Gengar. Because even if you switch in Meowscarada, then we just KO it with Heat Wave plus Shadow Ball. Nice. And this is where Gengar is really clutch. Especially we have Focus Sash, so we always get 2 attacks off. Oh, even better. We keep our Focus Sash. Right, we do need to hit this Heat Wave, though. Nice. It does survive, but Shadow Ball's going to pick it up. Beautiful. And now we just double target the Meowscarada pretty much. So it can never click Flower Trick. Actually, does Meowscarada outspeed Gengar? I think it does. Yeah, it does. Hold up. I need to be careful here. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb Meowscarada and protect. I really want to break the Sash if it does have it. Nice, he did go for straight Flower Trick. And if you're not focused, Sash, the game is right here. Yeah, there's the Sash. We'll get a poison to boot. Alright, this type of voice. Alright, snow's done, so no more weather ball. Now we sludge bomb this slot, and I think it's safe to just click Giga Drain to make sure we don't miss. Yeah. There's no point because we can go for Heat Wave and miss, and then he still gets Flower Trick off. So that's the correct play right there. And Primarina can't beat the Volcarona without a crit, and we already have it. We still have damage into it. That's good damage. And then we just go for 100% accurate moves. Beautiful. Wow, this team feels really consistent, man. Just playing straight, clean games, clean matches. It has a lot of tools into everything, like just so many different leads you can go with. I think Volcarona was amazing here. Like, as long as we avoided like Meowscarada being able to click Flower Trick into us, we were always in a good spot. Rain with Dondozo. Rillaboom, Lantern, and King Gambit. I wonder if this is going to be special Dondozo. Either way, I think Clefable's good here. If King Gambit has a steel type attack, then it's a little bit tougher. I don't think Volcarona feels good here in the rain. I think I want to go Rillaboom Gambit. Gengar Clefable. I may be throwing that for bringing Volcarona, but if he's going to be playing in the rain, Giga Drain is just not too strong across the board. Tatsugiri on lead. Interesting. Are you soaked, Tatsugiri? It might be, right? I'm actually just gonna go for a hard wood hammer to this slot and switch things. Okay. So he does hard switch that slot. That's a Rillaboom. That's a good switch. I could have faked out Pelican here. Oh, that's Hurricane. That's not good. So that was a poor turn by me, but I think faking out Pelipper was always the better play there. Rillaboom's health is valuable here. I think I need to switch it. And I protect her. That's a risky switch. Are you just going for a fake out here? That was a beautiful play. I think you just go for Earthquake here, right? But the grass is up, so it's not doing that much damage. I'm gonna Thunder Wave you and Tera, Cleave. I wonder if he has body press, like body press. Dondozo. Special Dondozo. And like I said, I called this out in the team preview because I have this same exact team. Just different mons on the team, but it is a Dondozo. So that's why you can run Rillaboom on this Dondozo team, because you don't care about this. Does this KO us? That feels bad. Hopefully Clefable will hit this Thunder Wave, right? Oh yeah, that's game over. Even with this thing Haze, it's still doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I really actually needed to hit that. I can't click Surf now. I really needed that that Thunder Wave to hit. I had a feeling it was Surf Dondozo. I could have played this game a lot differently though if I just targeted properly. Oh, your choice specs. These choice specs Dondozo. If only I had life through here to take advantage of the healing. I do need to get the grassy terrain back up. He's gonna KO Gengar if he hits me with. I should have thought about this play with the struggle. Hopefully he targets Clefable again. So he's choice specs Dondozo. That's even cooler. Alright, that's fine. I can do big damage in the Tatsugiri, or I can Moonblast it. Alright, so we're still in this game, but my opponent should win this if he plays properly. I mean, unless it's just one KO, but I got it. It's close. Yeah, what is he? Damp Rock on Pelipper? This rain has been going for a long time. I wonder if he's Muddy Water on. Yeah, he's got to be Damp Rock, right? Yeah, 8 turns. I wonder if that tested Healer's choice though. Is it Muddy Water too? Oh, I see rain. If I can get rid of Tatsugiri and the terrain's not up any longer, if Clefable can survive this turn, I think I can win. If I survive with both this turn, then I'm in a good spot too. But the idea is to get Gengar out when Tatsugiri's gone with no terrain up so Rillaboom can't Grassy Glide us. Alright, so we do KO Tatsugiri though. I wonder does Pelipper have Tailwind? Does Grassy Glide KO Clefable? I think I need to double protect here. If he has Tailwind on Pelipper, then that's probably going to be game. Going for Tailwind here though and not attacking with Pelipper is kind of risky because you're Damp Rock. Okay, nice. So we get a little bit more healing here. We're trying, chat. Let's see. I think it's wishful thinking that Sludge Bomb gets the KO from there. But what the hey, I mean, we'll try. Oh, we do get the KO. Wait. If Clefable survives here, we win. I don't know, but it's close. Okay. I can't stall out the rain either. Pelipper has no special defense like that, right? We're modest max special attack. This game is so close. We're modest max special attack. Pelipper has no special defense and is not Focus Sash. It's Damp Rock. I think protecting here is just optimal. Actually, no, because he can sell. We're going to go down to Willow Ball anyway. So, do we get the KO here? Ah, it's not even close. Well played. I tried my best to pull this game back, but this was a good game by my opponent, so I'm not even mad at that loss. But this team, as you see, we still have tools, right? I think if I just make the read turn 1 and fake out Pelipper, and my Rillaboom doesn't take that much damage turn 1, then we're in a really good spot if Rillaboom has more health, right? Because then it doesn't go down to that Icy Wind, and we're in a much better spot to win the game from that point. I think that was the one of the more crucial turns, because I think his Rillaboom wasn't even Assault Vest, right? When it went down to Sludge Bomb. So this is a very close game. Let's get into one final game. The last game we have another Dondozo team, but our team is really good into Dondozo. He also has Murkrow, which is cool with Gholdengo. I honestly thought that Murkrow was the better pick for this team over the Talonflame because it pairs better with Gholdengo, right? So let's see, how should we run this? I think honestly, like, my opponent can really bring Murkrow, Gholdengo, Dragonite, and Tatsugiri and win this game. If he really, really wants to win this game, I think that's what he should bring. I want to bring Volcarona, Clefable, Rillaboom, and Gengar. King Gambit plus Tauros do resist the Gholdengo. But King Gambit just gets wiped by Paldean, right? And this is the lead I expected. I want to go Heat Wave here, Tera. I'm gonna blast this slot. I really want to just start picking off the pieces, get Dondozo out, and then haze it. Tera still Gholdengo, make it rain does still hurt, but Heat Wave hurts too, so. Yeah, he didn't tear it though, so this is gonna do even less damage. I'm actually fine with this. Are you tricking us with choice specs? Oh my god, wait. He just gave us choice specs. Goodbye, Gholdengo. It's just a double KO turn 1. What? And honestly, I can just switch out in a Rillaboom and then U-turn pivot into Gengar the following turn and haze away Dondozo's boost, and this game should be over. Wow, that was a cute play. Now, that play works if I went for Quiver Dance, right? But I didn't click Quiver Dance. So going for the offensive, just trying to get rid of Murkrow actually worked out for us really good there. I did waste my Tera, but I think that is fine here. I mean, because he's probably going to go for Earthquake here. So I'm going to switch in Rillaboom to reduce the Earthquake damage. And I want to slow U-turn and get, I'm going to protect Clefable here. Yeah, I want to slow U-turn so we can get Gengar in safely and conserve his Sash, and then haze. So next turn, I'm going to U-turn and Thunder Wave. Oh, Wave Crash is cool. Whew, 50%. That was a strong Wave Crash, man. Actually, I don't think I can Thunder Wave here. I'm just gonna follow me. The Wave Crash is doing too much damage. This was a turn to get Gengar in. I kind of figured he would go for Protect there, but it's fine. I mean, choice-based Volcarona kind of just wins me this game, but Clefable. Right, so I'm gonna go for U-turn and Thunder Wave because he's probably not gonna go for Wave Crash again. Even if he does, I mean, it's fine. I mean, that's fine too. I'm just gonna haze you. I wonder if he's max speed Dondozo because he really didn't take a lot of recoil from that with him. Alright, but now it's haze time. And with Tailwind being done, we may just outspeed with Gengar, which would be even worse for my opponent. Oh, he does have Wave Crash, okay. Alright, but we do get the haze off, so he's not doing much anymore. And honestly, Gengar doesn't do much here. But get rid of the haze. And I think Rillaboom with Woodhammer in the end game just beats the Tatsugiri. He hasn't clicked Earthquake yet. Does he not have Earthquake? I just want to click Sludge Bomb and follow me. He hasn't clicked Earthquake yet. He may not have it since he has Substitute. He may just be running Wave Crash Order Up. You should be running Earthquake on Dondozo, but it's a chance that maybe he's just not running it. Yeah, so he's not even running Earthquake. So Gengar's actually safe here. Alright, grass is gone, so when we get Rillaboom back in, it's a free pivot. Sludge Bomb just KOs and then Moonblast just does big damage to Tatsugiri. There we go, we get our win. We played that perfectly. This team has a really good Dondozo matchup, actually. Haze is just so good, and like it's really hard for your opponent not to bring Dondozo to your team because it really just ignores a lot of your boosts. But if you got Haze on Murkrow, I think you can just leave Dondozo. And like I said, I would have brought, maybe drop, you can think about dropping Palmont. But if you don't want to drop Palmont, you can just leave Murkrow, Gordingo plus Dragonite and Palmont to really deal with King Gambit. And I would just leave the Dondozo from that point, which can be really strong. But that was a fun game. Let's get into a mid-rare review. All right, getting into a mid-rare review with this team. And this team was incredible. It's another, pretty good team that I built. I did notice that this skeleton that I'm using for me building this team, it has actually, a lot of people have been using like a lot of similar teams that are just like this. Sometimes they swap out the King Gambit or the Tauros for something else, but the core, or the Gengar, right? But the core of like Volcarona, Clefable, and Rillaboom, plus like, King Gambit, has really been running around a lot. And when I first built this team, I didn't expect a lot of people to be taken on to that core that I kind of felt was strong, but they really are. But when I built this, I was really just thinking about Unaware being good into like Dondozo, using Gengar specifically like it was like Fluttermane. And I know in this episode we didn't get to showcase the Steratella Gengar, but I promise you that I'm gonna go for it in the next episode and just use Gengar as a little bit more offensive, instead of bringing it in the back and just deal like big damage up front and like close the game out with like King Gambit and Rillaboom, right? I think Gengar can do a really good job at weakening things down, and then you kind of close out the end game with your priority and stuff, right? So you could think of playing this team that way, and it's not just stuck with setting up like Volcarona or King Gambit, right? So I think Gengar can be really strong in that, right? But it does, like I said, it does play a lot like Fluttermane to me, and that's kind of like the reason why I wanted to build around it. And I thought that I needed a good Intimidator and a fighting type user, right? So that's where Tauros came into place, right? I thought the water coverage helped fill out the Firewater Grass core instead of using something like Hitmontop, which is also fighting plus Intimidate. I really wanted to use Volcarona and something to set up. I wanted a physical setup mon and also a special setup mon, so that's why I went with King Gambit and Volcarona. King Gambit really threatens the Incineroar, which will be good into your team if you didn't have King Gambit on your squad. And then, of course, Rillaboom just rounds out the team, right? So it's crazy that this skeleton, this team is just going around. A lot of people are giving it a try, but it's a really strong team, and I'm happy that a lot of people are picking it up. But if you want to try my version, this is my version of it. There is a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. Let me know in the comment what you think about Gengar. Do you think it's good? And do you think that it has a place in this format? But that's going to be it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.